Hi everyone, welcome to Meet the Characters. I'm here with Steve, and we're going to be making Steve's character for Theros, Legends of the Underworld, working on Hero Forge. It's first time on Hero Forge 2.0, which we're very excited about. Steve, do you want to introduce yourself and say a little bit about your character?
Sure, yeah. Hi, my name's Steve. I use he, him pronouns. I will be playing Shally, often shortened to Shal or Shally, who is a minotaur monk. Do you want, I mean, is that enough to go on? Do you want, shall I tell the whole story from now and we can just...
Maybe just like a tiny bit more, like what's Shally doing in Theros?
His main aim at the moment is kind of to cause a bit of fun chaos and to bring the gods down to human levels, I suppose, to undercut their plans. He's a bit sick of meddling and manipulation, and so he's doing a bit of meddling and manipulation back, and sometimes in a bit of a tricksy way, sometimes not quite entirely being truthful, and sometimes just going in and just doing the least expected thing.
I mean, cutting the gods down is always a bold aim, so we'll see how far you get in a 4-parter.
Yeah, well, I mean, level 3, I reckon, bring on the gods, right?
Grand. So Shally is a minotaur, so I'm gonna just jump straight in. Here we are. Here are the minotaurs. Do you want to start with the male body type or the female one?
The male body type. Yes, Shally will be he, him also.
Grand. So there is the minotaur, looking amazing.
Wow. I'm going to say this is, I haven't really used Hero Forged before, and this is fab.
Yeah, it is really exciting to kind of build them. That's the species. So if we go into head, so there's a few different faces to choose from down this side. So they've given you the bovine features because minotaurs are cows.
That seems fair.
Are you happy with that? There are other options, but I think bovine is probably the most realistic.
Yeah, I mean, that makes the most sense, yeah.
The softness slider is just changes the face shape slightly. So if I just move it along, and if you can see what that's doing, it's kind of pulling the nose in and the shape of the jowls. I'll just turn it around slightly. Do you have a preference for where that sits? So that's up on the left side, and that's down on the other way around.
I think he's... I think the slightly kind of slimmer look. I think he's quite...
Up here?
I don't think he's not a massively brawny minotaur, but he's
slightly more. Or...
But he is quite athletic, quite kind of toned rather than muscular.
Do you like that, or would you prefer it slightly different?
No, that's looking good.
Grand. We'll leave it there. Ears, again, it will have put in the cow ears as they call them fawn ears, but they're the kind of standard like cowy ears. Do you like the cow ears?
Well, one thing I've been looking at in researching this was Highland cows, but also they've started to remind me of cavapoos. So is there anything that looks a bit cuter? Bit more puppyish, maybe?
There's these pointy ones? Oh, no, those are in the wrong place.
They're a bit far up, I guess, aren't they?
Hang on. What have I got? Nope, they've gone to the wrong place.
They're just right the way behind.
So
I guess the horns are going to get in the way unless they are fawn ears, aren't they?
I'm trying to find ones that sit on the side. So it looks like you can have halfling ears. The ones that sit on the side, you've got these slightly smaller, more pointy ones, or you've got the kind of roundy ones.
Maybe cute little fawn ears are the way to go then.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's scroll down. Oh, there are. No, it's in the wrong place. Hang on. Let's have a... Oh, there are little fuzzy ones.
Oh, that's kind of cute, isn't it?
It's quite cute.
I do like the fuzzy ones.
Fuzzy ones?
Yeah, let's go for fuzzy ears.
Fuzzy ears. Cool. Hair, right. What do you think Shally's hair looks like? There are a lot of different options here, ranging from all kinds of different things.
Yeah. As you can tell, I'm not really used to choosing hairstyles. I kind of want something fluffy and a bit. Oh, hang on a minute. Go back one. Was it back one? It's maybe a bit too pretty, but I kind of like something that goes in front of the eyes a bit, but a bit scraggly and messier. Is that?
That's not got the fringe.
Is that one called Shaggy?
So much.
Ooh, shaggy curls. Oh, that's kind of cool.
That's very cute, especially with the ears. It's got the same kind of feel.
Yeah.
That one's a bit less shaggy.
Oh, actually, yeah, it's less shaggy, but it's more kind of like, it looks more Highland Cowish.
It does look very Highland Cowy. Let's just have a scroll. That one. I'll just scroll right down to the bottom. These ones don't really have fringes. That one, do we think?
I'm happy with that. Yeah, absolutely.
Grand. Beard. So at the moment you've got this well-trimmed goatee. Do you want anything to look at any of the other options? There are little shaggy beard ones, long beards.
Let's look at the shaggy beard. I think it's possibly a little long, isn't it? What about the sideburns, maybe?
There's the sideburns.
Yeah, I quite like the sideburns with it.
Cool. We shall. I mean, cows have a lot of fur, so.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Let's go for them.
It has put in a standard the bushy eyebrows, which also feels apt. There are some other options. There are plain eyebrows. You can have a little scar through your eyebrow, but they're only the thin ones. You can have piercings, and then these are lizard ones, or you can have a monobrow. Do you have?
I'm happy with the ones that are there. Cool. Actually, I think they kind of mirror the sideburns nicely. More hair
is better. This is what we're going with.
Sadly, yes, that seems to be where I'm going with this.
It's put you in the humanoid eyeballs as standard, but you don't have alien eyes or robotic eyes, so we'll stick with that.
I think I'm happy with humanoid.
And again, it's put you in. I've just changed the angle slightly. It's put you in humanoid teeth. You can have slightly different teeth. Do you have any thoughts on if you want slightly different teeth? You probably won't be able to see them too well unless you have a really open mouth expression.
I think teeth is fine.
Cool.
A set of humanoid chompers.
Horns. So, at the moment, you have these cow horns. There are other options, like for example, these really spirally ones. Bull horns, grooved horns. What kind of horns do you think Shally? I don't know why my brain went rally. I think I was thinking of rams. What kind of horns do you think Shally has?
Well, partly because he's going to be a follower of Phoenix, the god of trickery, and I'd seen pictures of the face mask that him and his followers wear with the horn, the wings outside.
Yeah, the face masks have been returned.
Yes, they're returned. I'm sure we won't come across them. That's fine. And I kind of had the idea that maybe at some point he might have something draped off his horns to resemble the wings of that face mask. So. Yeah, wing-shaped horns, please. Which I don't know if the bull ones would be. I mean, they look like shaggy horns. That's kind of weird.
The bull horns are those ones.
They might be a little too pointed forward.
Too pointy.
This is going to be a long way around to probably going for the same ones we had to start with, isn't it?
Those are the ones that we're in.
Yeah.
Trying Dragon horn.
Ridged dragon horns.
Slightly techie horns. That's the original horns.
Yeah, I think they probably look
those ones kind of look like
actually.
Wings.
I mean, that's maybe a little literal. Yeah, let's stick with the traditional steer horns.
Super curly ones.
No, I mean, I think they're a little fussy for my taste.
Too much. Too much. Okay.
Yeah.
In that case, we shall move on to body.
Cool.
It's giving you the humanoid torso, which seems apt because you're not a fish or a robot.
Okay, we'll go with that.
With the legs, again, it's giving you these really cute little hooves because you are half cow. Right. How tall is Shally? It's put you. This is probably around 7.5 foot tall. Does that seem apt?
I think he's a bit smaller than that.
Oh,
I think
hang
he's
on.
kind of.
No, apologies. That's 9 foot.
I think he's quite a bit smaller than that. I would say he's kind of. Yeah. Well, I mean, I think I read they were like 6 foot plus.
Yeah.
And I think he's not particularly big for a minotaur. So, am I right in that? 6 foot-ish?
Yeah, I think they are quite tall. I would say probably 6.5 upwards.
Yeah.
So.
Well, let's go kind of lower end of that then. Let's go maybe 6.5. That's the.
So, that's 6'6". Usually, there's a little. Well, in the previous iteration of this, there was a little dice here that you could measure on. I'm going to assume that this is the size of a little. This is the size of a little dice here. So.
Okay.
For scale, hopefully. So that looks about right. Still pretty tall.
Yes, I mean, not compared to other minotaurs, but compared to say gnomes and kobolds, then yeah, pretty tall.
Pretty tall. How big, in comparison to the rest of Shally's body, is Shally's head?
I think it's probably a bit bigger than that. I would have said. Well, I can't see if that made any changes.
So
does it just take
that's about where it was, and then if I move it up.
Oh right, yes, I did see. Maybe move it. Oh, let's see. Let's max it out.
Max head.
And work back.
That actually looks about right.
Yeah, I think so. I kind of see them as see minotaurs having kind of big old heads.
Massive heads.
So.
Cool. In that case, we shall stick with the huge head. Also means you've got really big horns to gore things with, which is always a plus. This is new. I have no idea what this arm slider does. I'm just going to move it. Oh, yeah, it does the shoulders.
How?
Does Shally have particularly wide or particularly slim shoulders, do you think?
I think he has reasonably wide shoulders and then kind of tapers a bit more than...
Yeah. Shall I stick that there to start with?
Yeah.
And then the upper, I think the upper will be basically so do you want that to come in a little bit?
Yeah, I think it kind of in a little bit, kind of broad shoulders, but
a bit skinnier.
Kind of narrowing down, a bit skinnier, a bit, well, liver.
Yes. Very Dexy.
Yeah.
I'm going to guess that lower probably does the same thing for the legs. How, stocky on the legs or a bit?
I'd say actually that's probably all right. Still a bit of stockiness there, but looks a bit more, motile possibly is the right word.
Yeah, grand. Now posture. I enjoy the posture slider because this to me is either I am the king of this land or I am a teenager.
Oh, because I saw him as being reasonably young, but also quite cocky.
Here?
Can I see that from another angle? Or I think it's getting maybe.
it's mostly from the side, to be honest, that you can see the difference here.
Yeah.
It will change when we go into pose as well. So
okay.
But a little bit straighter, do you think, or?
Yeah, a little bit straighter up. Yeah, that's nice.
Grand. Build. That's the shoulders again. So I think we're pretty happy with the shoulders.
Yeah, I was quite happy with where they were.
Yeah, so we'll leave it
interested
there.
As to what upper scale is.
Upper scale will be, I think, everything from the waist upwards. So.
Oh, right. Ah.
What do you think?
Well, let's do it again. I like seeing things move.
It's an interesting one, this, because it looks good wherever you put it. So, up to you, really.
I mean, that seems kind of fine where
it is.
Where it is, really.
Cool. And then muscularity. How muscly is Shally? Like, quite muscly, well defined, or not so much?
I think kind of well defined, but like muscular in the same way that a professional dancer or an acrobat would be. So kind of not huge built up muscles, but kind of compact muscles just built up through use.
So I don't know if you can see on the elbow here and just on the bicep here, it's just adding definition. Do you have kind of thoughts on where you want that to sit?
It's a bit lower down than that, I would have thought. That looks a bit pumped.
About here? That's a little bit lither but still defined? A little bit more?
Yeah.
Or
no, that looks good actually, yeah.
Great. So bust, because we started with the male one, it's put you at the lower end, but do you want it even less? I mean, I don't think that's made any difference at all, really.
It doesn't seem to have made much difference, does it?
We shall leave it alone.
I'm happy with that.
Waist. That does what it says. It removes or adds waist. I think
I was happy with where it was.
I'll put it back. And then belly. Do you want a little bit more here, or are you happy with it where it is?
Can we see it with less?
Yep.
Again, that didn't really seem to do an awful lot.
It took a tiny bit off, but there wasn't a lot to take.
There really wasn't, but I kind of think he's more likely to have a six-pack than guns kind of thing, but just through exercise.
Yeah, he moves around a lot. Cool. Yeah. Curves is hips, I believe. What is happening? Yes, it's taking away your hips. It's just taking away from behind this, so you can't quite see them. So it is doing something, but not a lot really. Do you have a preference?
I think average curves, maybe, or do they? Because I don't want it.
It looks a bit odd there, doesn't it?
It's also kind of like affecting thighs, and it would have muscular thighs.
Yeah, I think here looks about right.
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
So the booty slider.
Cool.
This does what you would expect. You can remove booty, or you can add booty. Do you have thoughts on Shally's booty? I'm going to keep making that mistake now. I haven't
thought much about, cow ass, I guess.
I think in terms of balance, about here looks right.
Yeah, it looks... Yeah, that looks fine. Perfectly balanced cow bum.
We'll stop there. You don't have wings, so we will leave the wings tab alone. Tail, are you happy with the long cow tail?
Yes, I think possibly rather than a lizard one, then that would be fine.
And then extras. Yes, if you have like a shell, but you don't have a shell.
Shell.
All right, clothing. Head. I'm just gonna have a quick look to see if there is anything like wingy that would go around
horn decorations.
Horns. I'm not sure there is, but I'm just gonna have a quick look through just to see. I can't see anything that's jumping out at me.
No.
You can have a machete through your head, but that
I mean, we'll leave that to the dice rolls later.
doesn't seem. I can have a bird's nest, which is really cute. That's new. Cool. No winged headdresses, I'm afraid, for horns.
Oh well.
At this point in time.
Oh well.
If we start with chess piece, because I think that's probably. Then we can go to pauldrons later. What do you think Shally is wearing?
Well, to be honest, I mean, in the setting, I kind of imagined that the clothing wouldn't be quite as expansive, let's say, as in other kind of fantasy settings. So I was thinking fairly minimal. Even, is there an option for shirtless?
Yes, there is.
Or...
Yes, there definitely is. Sorry, I've lost the mouse again. Oh no. This is going to keep happening. Where is... Right. Okay. Sorry. I'll keep better control of my mouse. Yes, there is. I can just remove the shirt.
Uh-huh.
And then you have... There's your six-pack. There it is.
Oh, there we go. Little fantasy belly button.
I'll just have a scroll down here so you can see if there is anything that you take to a fancy, because there are a few like kind of wrappy things, like, you know, that kind of thing, or you know, like this, or like waist wraps that you can have if that appeals. I
think it's more likely to have them maybe on arms. Sorry, I just saw shell bikini, which is a very specific look in any setting, I guess. I think more, I think it'd go for more arms, wraps on the arms, perhaps.
So this is the arms menu, and that's one set of arm wrapping. There are various other bits and pieces. Do you want like cloth wrapping? Because there are a few different like hand bits and pieces that are more kind of metally. The wraps felt a bit... I was
thinking more cloth.
Yeah, I think the wraps felt a bit more in keeping, didn't they?
Yeah.
Let me just get down to the bottom.
I want him to look unassuming. Spice Gauntless is perhaps assuming.
No, Emma, wrong. I'll go back up to the cloth wraps. Now, where were they? They were down here somewhere. There we go. So this kind of thing?
Yeah.
Grand. Right. Legs. Oh, that is big. Tracksuit pants. What kind of leg things are we looking for?
I think more than just the loincloth. Well, I think leather pants on a cow would be not great.
Inappropriate.
Sorry, I can't see. What's the bottom middle? Oh no, there's lots. What's the bottom middle one? Oh, cropped breeches. They look kind of fairly.
That's what's in.
Right. But this season.
There are longer breeches, which are also cropped because you have cow hooves, so they can't go full length.
Yeah. That's kind of like the cropped foredown, I guess.
So that's those ones. If we shout if you see any that you like. Pajamas.
Futuristic street clothes.
We can colour these however you want, so they won't necessarily look like how they do.
Yeah. They're quite nice.
They have little like crisscross things down the side.
Oh, yeah. Do I like them more or less?
Little waist wrap.
Going to the opticians, and now?
Yes, it does become this. You can have a little skirty things. oh no, this is the wrong era. Sometimes it's hard to tell until you put it on, and then you're like, nope, that is definitely not right. These are a little bit more volumey.
Well, do I quite like the bagginess of the pants? I don't like the belt.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you got anything without a belt?
There's a baggy with a drawstring.
Yeah.
Yeah?
I like them. I think because they look very like speaking as someone who's been to drama school, they look very kind of rehearsal wear, which I kind of appreciate.
Very unassuming.
Yeah.
Cool. Should we stick with those?
Yeah, I'm happy with them.
Grand.
I like the drawstring. I don't know why. It just
works.
Yeah.
Would you like any pauldrons? You can have pauldrons separately from everything else, so you could literally just have pauldrons. They're all very metally.
Yeah, I don't think he's a particularly metally person.
Cool. In that case, we shall leave the shoulders alone. I think that is everything, because you can't have feet things with your hooves, and I assume you're not wearing a skull mask.
No.
Grand.
It does seem a shame. I'm really not making the most of Hero Forge. It's like, just simple clothing and some bits on his hands.
This is the point. You can make exactly what you want, and what you want is this. So,
well, essentially the mannequin rather than the clothing.
What do you think Shally is holding?
Now, here we go. I haven't quite figured out his exactly, I guess, his fighting style. I kind of want to leave him unarmed in terms of weaponry for the moment.
Is there anything else that you would like him to be holding? Because there are all sorts of equipment.
I was thinking, I think he might have a lyre.
Okay.
So I don't know if that could be possibly strapped to a back or instruments. Here we go.
Yes, definitely.
Definitely had a fantasy ukulele as the icon.
So there you go.
Yeah.
That is a lyre. There is no strap, so it's just fantasy hovering on your back.
So that's why he's got his arms in that position. It's just clenched between his back muscles.
You can hold all sorts of things. Just for, where's it gone? Right. Miscellaneous. Where's? Oh no!
Squirrel.
Don't tell me they've taken away the squirrel. Oh no! I should be upset if they've removed the squirrel. There it is. There it is. There it is.
Oh, I mean, that's immediately cool. I have no need of a squirrel, but now I want a squirrel.
Just to give you a flavour, so if there is anything else that you would like to be holding, that is anything that you can think of, I can probably find it. If there's
like a goblet or something. What would he look like with a goblet or a wooden cup of some description, or a gibcut?
That is, yeah. I wrote that very poorly. However, it still managed to find it, which is a real, well done, Hero Forge, on that. There is you drinking. I could probably hang on. Let me remove the goblet. I could probably find you a tankard if that's a bit more.
I mean, you know me quite well, Emma. If you've immediately gone, no, let's not go goblet, let's go tankard. Or two tankards, no. I do I like that? I mean, it's much less of a warrior pose, I guess, if it's just... He's got a big old cup.
You do not need to don't let me pressure you into holding something, Steve. We can do some cool fighting pose with you punching something without you holding a tankard.
Yeah. again, going back to the actor training though, like holding something in your hand is an easy way of acting. Okay, let's go without, and I'll behave and be a proper monk.
I assume you don't have any glasses or eye patches or blindfolds.
Or a monocle. The monocle would be quite fun, just because it's got...
It's not really setting appropriate.
No, all for the character, but fun to look at.
Is Shally COVID compliant?
I don't think he would wear face coverings.
Just to bring this to your attention, you can have rings on basically any finger of your choosing if you would like. Do you have any jewelry?
Again, I don't think he does particularly. I think it would be, if he's punching things, maybe take some of the jewelry off first.
Fair enough. You can also have
piercings though.
Piercings. Ears, nose.
I would have thought possibly something on the nose. What about a nose ring?
So that is the nose ring. It will be more obvious once we colour it in.
Colour it.
I think that looks quite badass.
Yeah, I'm quite happy with the nose ring.
Cool.
What did it look like with a belly button piercing? I don't know how. It is just the one. Yeah, no. It was just a thought.
Cool. Are we sticking with this?
Yeah, I'm happy with him.
In that case, we are ready to move to pose. Now, there are lots of different pose options. That is a little minotaur sidekick, which is really cool. There's some like guarding ones. Oh, that's holding a heavy weapon. We're not doing that. There's
Oh, let's have a look at the leaping.
Leaping.
Oh, I quite like that.
Sneaking.
Because of his mouth is in a bit of a grin at the time, it's a bit when he's sneaking he looks like he's just having fun.
This is a 3-point landing.
I think the 3-point landing with a lyre on the back looks like he's an instrument table.
Oh, that's if you were flying, but that's still really cool.
It is pretty cool.
This is that's like a boxing one.
I kind of think it'd be in more of a kind of more of a dancer's pose, more of a not prone, please. No. I don't want to start off prone. That would be unfair.
Should we start with the leaping and then we can make some adjustments, maybe?
Yeah, that sounds fun.
So we'll start there. Face-wise, there are these 5 face sliders. So smile, cocky, snarl, confuse, and arg. I can adjust all of them. Which one would you like to start with?
Cocky. Sorry, I'll think about that for a moment. I'll take cocky, please, Emma.
There is cocky for you. It has raised an eyebrow. I can take smile out. Oh, no.
I kind of fancy more of a smile. I think maybe slightly less cocky, more of a smile.
There is more smile, slightly less cocky. Oh.
Yeah.
Can also have confused. No. Prefer what we were before.
What would a tiny touch of snarl in there look like? I quite like that.
Grand. We will stick there. Eyes. Your eyes are currently looking forward. Do you wish to look anywhere else? You could
no, it seems suitable for the pose at the moment.
Yeah. I think they're looking in the right place, aren't they?
Yeah.
Cool. The only thing I was thinking is if maybe this hand was closed. rather than open. I don't know what you think.
What's the one, the top left one?
This one?
No, sorry, of the 8 hand poses.
This is left.
Bear claws. Does that look slightly more martial?
That's a punch. The appropriate hand pose for certain kinds of martial arts and for your offhand when chopping vegetables. What? And turn your punch into a poke with a dangerous extended knuckle. So both of these are punch poses. It just depends which one you feel. Would that hand be punching though, or would that hand be punching?
That's a good point. Now that is a good point. Yeah, maybe it's maybe more of a beckoning gesture with the right hand and more of a punch gesture with the left then, perhaps.
Maybe this?
Could you can we twist the...
I can. Oh, that looks hang on, that looks quite rude. Where would you like me to twist it? Oh.
Other way. Or maybe a bit further out. Oh yeah.
And then this one. So that one looks a bit like you're about to swear at.
Yeah, that's half. Yeah, maybe bear claws on both. That actually looks kind of cool.
Yeah.
Can we?
I can maybe twist the head a bit so you're looking a bit further at this. I don't know. That feels a bit more dynamic to me.
Is there a way we can kind of tilt him so he's going forward more? I don't know if that would be...
Ooh, that's definitely the wrong axis. Let's try a different axis. Nope. Torso. I don't necessarily want his torso.
It is just torso rather than, I guess, because it would be more coming from the legs, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
See, at the moment he looks like he's kind of
sat back.
It's kind of coming away.
I don't seem to have a way to amend his legs. Oh, that's changing.
Ooh, can we have the tail swishing out a bit?
Where would you like the tail to be? Like further over here?
Yeah. Would it be under twilt? Twilt? There's no thing called twilt.
Oh, got 5 different axes. Oh my god, which one? Haha! Gotcha.
Yes. That looks a little bit more dynamic.
Yeah, I have tilted him further forward, so he looks like although he's leaning this way, his body's further forward.
Yeah.
I just wonder if I can turn the end of the tail, maybe. Haha. Right.
Cool. I guess that it does, it's a slightly surprising position to be in, which is, probably fits with his character a little bit.
That arm just looks a little bit wrong. I'm just gonna... There we go. That looks slightly less. There we go. What do you think?
Yeah. Oh, he's very cool.
Yeah. Grand.
I'm well chuffed with him.
In that case, we shall move on to... what does Oh, I guess you can turn it upside down. Just... offset it slightly. Looks like your emotion and it's twisted slightly.
Yeah, that was nice.
Cool. In that case, we shall move on to colour, which is very exciting because you get to pick now colour for all of the different bits.
Amazing.
I'm going to go to skin tone first because I think that helps choose where we go. Obviously, Shally is based on a cow because Shally is a you said Highland cow / Cavapoo.
Yeah.
So that suggests to me that you're thinking, where's the hair
kind
gone?
of tawny coloured, I guess.
These are the different kind of hair colours they've put in. So there are the natural ones and the coloured ones, but we don't have to use the hair colours to do the hair or the skin. You can use any colour anywhere.
Sure.
Are there any in here that kind of grab you, or shall I go look in another place?
The slightly... Okay, second row, second from the right, second from the left.
Yeah?
Two left, sorry.
Oh god. Oh no, am I on the right row?
Yes, that's the right row.
This one?
There, Dijon brunette.
What do you think?
I was thinking, could we try that as the body, and then have maybe a slightly lighter coloured fur?
Yep.
Hair.
So that's the slightly lighter coloured hair, or do you want it even lighter?
No, that's fine. I don't want it too different from the body colour, actually.
Now you can put different colours in on all the notes, so I'll just pop that one in here. And yeah, what I missed, I will have missed bits. Ears. What colour do you want the ears to be? Because they're two different. I think they're two different. Yes, the outside bit is one colour and the inside bit is a different colour. So do you want like the darker bit on the outside and the lighter colour on the inside?
Yes, please. That sounds perfect.
And then the darker colour on the outside. And then do you want like a slightly pink nose?
Ooh. Yeah, just very slightly pinker than that colour, maybe, yeah.
There is, oh no, that one's
maybe the one down from that?
This one?
Oh, orange opulence doesn't sound like it would work, does it? Well, that's quite nice, though. Is it?
And then I just need to fill in...
And the rest.
Why are you not filling? I think I have already done that bit. I've just done it in the pale bit, which is why it's looking very pale. I could do it in the darker bit if you'd prefer.
I think I prefer the darker.
Yeah. Yeah?
Yeah.
And then for the eyebrows, would you prefer them in the darker colour or the lighter colour or a completely different colour?
The lighter colour, I think.
Cool. So that's... Ooh, hello.
Room for a chin strap.
Have I missed a bit? What's going on down there?
I couldn't tell. Yeah, looks like he's got it.
And then pop the lighter bit in there. And then on the tail, darker, lighter. We can always go back in and change this if it doesn't look quite right. Right. How do you feel about that for a start?
Could the tail, the base of the furry bit of the tail be a shade darker, perhaps?
This bit?
Yeah.
Yes. So if we go back into the hair mix, We were here, so maybe this
We're
one?
on Dijon. Yes, let's try that.
There?
Yeah, that was nice.
And then do you want a different shade on the end, or do you like the white one?
I think I liked the lighter colour that we already had there.
Grand.
Yeah.
If we look at eyes, because it always looks really uncanny until you put the eyes in.
Yeah.
So there are all the common eye colours, so like humanoidy ones. There are bird ones, they're uncommon, draconic, and then we get to the bovine, which are cute. So you get these brown, orange, and blue. What kind of eye colour were you thinking?
I was thinking kind of the more chestnutty one, but we could have a look at all three of them, maybe. So, it's only three, but bovine.
Ooh, I'll start with the chestnut. So that's really cute. So cute. There's the orange, which is also really cute.
That's also pretty cute.
And there's the blue, which looks a bit uncanny.
Yeah, the blue's a bit weird.
So there's the orange again. And there's the brown.
I think I prefer the brown.
Yeah, I agree. So there's the brown. Horns. So going to bone and horn. So there are different kind of, I'm going to say, natural bony horny colours up here. And then there are, you could have painted your horns. All of these intriguing colours. And your horns are two-tone, so we can do a fade effect if you want as well.
Interesting.
So they could
I
be,
hadn't thought about coloured horns.
natural here, and then you've painted the tips or something, if you fancy.
Can we start with a like the darker bone colour for the...
This one or this one?
Crumbling brown, maybe, for the inside bit.
Yeah. So that's that.
And then go to the kind of maroony colour.
This one?
Demon red. Okay. But just to have a look, just to...
Oh, I like that.
I mean, because it's fairly simple so far. I guess there would be something to make him stand out a bit more, wouldn't it?
It's very cute, and so you have like the idea of the theme. Basically, everyone else who has horns has also painted them. So
right,
we're going to say that in world it's very common to paint your horns.
Sure. Can we have a look at a kind of a purple as well then?
Yeah, of course. So this is the purple.
And what about the turquoisey one?
Do you want the darker turquoise or the paler one?
The aqua beast, is it called? Aqua best?
I think aqua best. Yeah, best. Oh, I like that.
I can't decide. I quite like them all. Can we fit the pants in and then come back to the horns?
Of course we can. Do you want me to leave this one in, or do you want me to put a different one in for the moment?
Let's leave that one in for the moment.
Okay. And I'm just going to leave your hooves alone for now, Steve, because...
Fair. That's fair.
What colour would you like your pants to be?
I was thinking kind of a warmish, possibly a warm, fairly dark red.
There is this one, or there is that one.
Ooh, I quite like that one actually.
Pop that in. So the other details that you've got that we could put as a different colour is you've got the drawstring, you've got the waistband, and there's also this
a little pocket
on the back. Do you want that to be the same colour, or would you prefer that to be a different colour?
I was thinking some things should match the hand straps.
Yeah.
We have the pocket and I kind of want the pocket the same colour as the pants, I think.
Yeah, I agree. I think that looks nice. Simpler. So then if we...
And maybe the tie the same colour.
Yeah.
And then the belt different, or would that look weird?
No, I think that would look fine. So...
Let's try. Let's play.
Do you want something
and then,
leathery here, like a brown?
Well, I was actually thinking maybe the straps could match the horns.
Okay.
But I don't know. I'm wondering if we could choose a different colour for the horns almost, if it was... Because that's quite a bright... See, this we're now getting onto things that I'm not good at, like creating an ensemble.
I think this is quite nice. If you don't want it to be entirely red, this is quite nice as like a contrast, but without being too out there.
Too contrasty.
Yeah.
Just don't know, that kind of slightly clashes with his skin tone.
I don't think it clashes. I think it all looks quite nice. I don't think that clashes.
If we did his wraps and belt in the same colour.
I think that looks really cool.
Okay, that does actually look pretty cool, doesn't it?
Do you want the hooves to be a bit so this is the one that we used on the
underside of the
inside of the horns.
Yeah, I think that would kind of balance it out. Yeah.
Cool. And then just to finish off his face, if I come into the metal menu, there are a lot of different colours of metal. The nose ring, I'm thinking like a sort of weathered...
I think of kind of a bright gold.
Bright gold?
To go with the yellow.
Yeah, that really ties things together. It's nice.
Yeah.
Amazing. So in that case, the only thing left to do is this lyre. So if I go into the wood menu, there are lots of different colours of wood.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, for starters, is it wood? I've assumed there that it's made of wood.
Yes, I think it would be a kind of a fairly simple wooden instrument.
Do you want like that's a quite reddy wood?
Ooh. Yeah, I want kind of... Yes, that's perfect.
And then do you want the base the same colour?
The bottom part of the base, yes.
Yep.
And then maybe some of the rest is slightly yellower wood.
This colour? Or this... sort of that colour?
Oh, yeah, there.
And then should I pop that in there too?
Yeah.
Maybe across the top as well.
And take it the strings would be kind of... don't know. Yeah, maybe...
That's a quite pale leather. There's darker leathers you can get.
I think maybe the darker... Oh, that looks... Does that look cool? Yeah. I like that. I think that was awesome.
That looks really cool. Yeah, very nice. So, this is Shally.
Amazing. Ah, such a handsome chap.
He is very handsome.
The little dancing cowboy. Cowboy, not cowboy.
I was confused
have
for
we
a
got
second.
any hats?
just a little Stetson on there. Cool. Well, thank you so much, Steve, for making Shally with me. He looks amazing. Just do one final
well jumped
360 there.
Yeah.
We're very excited to start Legends of the Underworld, and we can't wait for you to join us. So thank you, everyone. Thank you, Steve.
That's it. All right. Thank you. Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.